Education to order. Our first item is the superintendent's report.
Well, good evening and welcome to all the visitors here with us this month. We're always glad to have an audience for the work that we do for our students. I want to start the meeting just asking for a few moments of reflection on the service of Joanne Penrod, who was a long-term, long-standing board member. She also was an employee and made a great contribution. I think 14 years on the Board of Education here. She passed away a little less than a week ago, and again, great work that she's done for us both as an employee and as a board member. So we certainly send our condolences and our thoughts and our prayers to her family, and thank them again for her service. Also wanted to point out, I had the opportunity to show some of you, but if you have a moment to look around, many people on the staff here, but Lisa McCarty and Joanne Evans have been working really hard over the last couple of weeks. As you know, we're making some minor adjustments to our space downstairs, and in doing that, we're in the process of relocating the archives that we have down there in one of the rooms down there that the class of 55 provided us. And so in doing that, we decided that the best approach to the archives, and we have some great archives with the history, the rich tradition and history we have as a district, that the best thing for us to do would be put them on this floor where we have more visitors. We have a lot of meeting space up here. We have obviously our regular board meetings and hearings and other public events, and so the archives are sprinkled about the foyer. Joanne's old office is a board office that has a lot of really cool stuff in it. And then we have two conference rooms that we have the archives through the hallway. We have a conference room dedicated to the class of 1955, which is the class that actually came to us with the idea of putting the archives together and gave us a little seed money to help us do some of the work, the framing and things. And then we took our old board conference room that's behind my office and relocated a lot of archives in it, yearbooks and other things. There's still probably some more stuff that will come. And that is called the Archive Conference Room. So if you haven't had a chance to look around, take a chance to look around, both to the public and to the members of the board here. So thanks to both of and everybody really, our maintenance folks worked. We heard drilling all week, getting those pictures hung, and so it's really a nice thing for the tradition of our school district. And obviously a lot of activities going around, but our band finished very well in the semi-state meet, and they'll be back up in the state this weekend at Madison. I think it's Madison Southern High School. And so they're marching their way to one of their best showings ever. Great participation, really great performance that they have this year. If you don't have a chance, we'll have one more home football game where they'll do it. But
they're performing tomorrow night.
They are performing tomorrow night.
4:45.
Okay, 4:45. Okay.
In Rash Stadium.
At Rash. So anyway, if you haven't seen their exhibition, it's a great exhibition, and we congratulate them and wish them well. And then I-Middle, you'll be seeing a bunch of promotional work that Jared and Dr. Constant and Mark Moore are doing. I think there's going to be something on 14 News. Of course, you're going to see some of the renderings tonight from RBS. And we're hitting the social media and other recruiting channels pretty hard. And we're going to start to see that taking shape over the next few weeks. And so we're excited about that. Should you get some inquiries from parents or questions from parents, there will be a website that Jared has put together with the help of our technology department. And so we'll be texting some of that information out. But I would refer most of them to the website, and there'll be parent meetings held at the South Campus and at every elementary school for families that are interested in the program. So just reach out to us if you have folks coming to you with questions, because we're more than happy to help. So that's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is approval of the minutes for the regular meeting minutes of September 27th and our board luncheon minutes of October 4th. I make a motion that we approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. We welcome Donna Hutchison here tonight. If you'll step to the podium, and we have a presentation of the FY 2018 audit from Ronnie Hancock.
Thank you once again. My name is Donna Hutchinson. I'm the Senior Audit Manager at Ronnie Hancock CPAs. Thank you for inviting me to be with you today to present our audit report on the financial statements of the Owensboro Independent School District for the year ended June 30, 2018. We would like to thank John David Sandifer, Wanda Bradley, and the Finance Department for their assistance and cooperation during the audit. I believe you were provided with a copy of the audit report prior to this meeting. Included in the basic financial statements are all of the funds representing the governmental and business type activities of the district, the fiduciary funds, and the notes to the financial statements as listed in the table of contents. The report you have before you includes our independent auditor's report on pages 1 and 2. Our report does state that we audited the financial statements of the district as of and for the year ended June 30, 2018. It is important to note that the financial statements are the responsibility of the management of the district, and our responsibility is to express an opinion on the financial statements based on our audit. Our audit was conducted in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States of America, governmental auditing standards issued by the Comptroller General of the United States, and the requirements prescribed by the Kentucky State Committee for School District Audits. We believe that our audit provides a reasonable basis for our opinion. The last paragraph on page 1 of our report, the opinion paragraph, states that the financial statements of the district do present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the governmental and business type activities, each major fund, and the aggregate remaining funds of the district as of June 30, 2018. And the changes in financial position and cash flows were applicable for that year then ended. In conformity with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States, our report also includes an emphasis of matter paragraph describing that in 2018, the district adopted new accounting guidance, GASB number 75, accounting and financial reporting for post-employment benefits other than pensions, but that our opinion is not modified with respect to this matter. In addition, our report discloses that supplementary information required by the Governmental Accounting Standards Board and other supplementary combining financial statement schedules included in the report were subjected to our auditing procedures applied in the audit of the basic financial statements. We disclose that in accordance with governmental auditing standards, we have issued a report on our consideration of the district's internal control over financial reporting and on our tests of compliance with certain laws, contracts, regulations, and grants. That report is an integral part of an audit performed in accordance with governmental auditing standards and should be read in conjunction with this report. Our work also included the issuance of single audit reports on compliance and internal control over federal programs under the uniform guidance. No compliance findings or question costs were reported as a result of our single audit procedures relating to the expenditure of federal funds. Our audit was completed on October the 23rd, 2018, the date of our report. On that date, an exit conference was held with management, at which time we received final representations from management and communicated certain recommendations for improvement, which management is addressing or already has addressed. In the report, the management's discussion and analysis on pages 3 through 11 was prepared by the Finance Department. It is an important tool which provides an overview and analysis of the district's financial activities for the year ended June 30, 2018, as well as challenges the district is facing for the future. I encourage you to review it in detail. This concludes our presentation.
Thank you, Donna. I was part of that exit meeting, about an hour and 30 minutes long, and we covered everything from the beginning to the end. So I appreciate your time and your patience with my questions. So thank you. We will not take action on this until further on down in the agenda, but is there any questions for Donna? A great audit, and thank you to the Finance Department for great work. So we're very pleased. Okay, if there are no further questions on that, I need to ask that we make a change to our board agenda and add under action items a school bus purchase authorization, and this is just a piece of paperwork formality for the state. So we will add that as 9E.
And you have a copy of that in front of you. When we get to that, you can make reference to it. We're certainly going to answer your questions regarding that, but it's really just a piece of paper that was omitted because of some stat changes. And so it doesn't change anything with the bottom line, the amount of money or anything.
So I would make the motion that we amend the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The agenda is amended. Instruction report.
Good evening. Just a short report today to preview some work that is going to happen very soon. Through Dr. Brake and I's work with the National Institute of School Leadership, or NISL, you may have heard us discuss in the past couple of years, we have been privy to a network of school leaders across the state organized by Tom Shelton that has undergone some very focused and rigorous work around global standards, basically, for education, and how we can better infuse those back in our districts. We have undertaken a research action project that we are in the middle of working on around teacher empowerment. One of the things that they are sponsoring and that we have looked really heavily into and want to know more about is the Cambridge approach to education. Cambridge, as you know, is very well respected around the world. It offers a rigorous set of curricula that Fairdale High School has actually been using in Louisville. One of the things that Dr. Brake, when he started, really wanted a fair estimation of where our district would stack up against anybody in the world. And we can't really pinpoint that right now because we don't have any curricular assessment that would directly correlate. But if we look at Cambridge, they do have an assessment like that. And so Fairdale has been using their curriculum and assessment. And so on Monday, actually, we are going to visit Dr. Brake, John DeLacy, Monica Rice, and myself are going to visit. NISL has organized this, so several other districts will be there too, to hear more about their experience with this and to see if it might be applicable to us. It would definitely be a change in what is going on at the high school level, which is why we asked Mr. DeLacy to come and listen as well. So we're excited about that. Just wanted you to know we're going to see that, and if Dr. Brake has anything to add.
Matthew's right. It's an exciting opportunity for us. There are lots of different parameters that we still got to study, but the thing I'm excited about, is it is a world-renowned, rigorous curriculum in the core areas of the high school. But the second piece, as the state moves more toward the notion of what students need to do and demonstrate to get a diploma, there is a Cambridge level that is essentially the international standard for what a 10th grade student should know as they exit secondary school. And in most countries of the world, that's when they exit is secondary school, and then they move into an upper secondary, which is the way the state is now starting to structure our approach. So I feel like this is a way for us to take a look at something that could help us line up for a level of success with the new graduation requirements in a different way. So again, we're taking a look, and we'll report back and let you know what we find out.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consent agenda is approved. Are there any public comments on any agenda items tonight? If not, we will move on to the construction report.
Construction report tonight is going to be undertaken by RBS. I think Lisa may have some things to contribute based on, as we mentioned, Chris is at the State Maintenance and Facilities Conference and probably sitting with Craig right now. But we're happy to have Jeremiah with us tonight from RBS, and he's got some of the schematics for the I-Middle South Campus renovation project. So, Jeremiah.
Thank you. Again, my name is Jeremiah Hawkins. I'm a project coordinator with RBS, and I've been working with Craig and Chris and the team on our new proposal for the I-Middle, and I'll keep it short and sweet. I'll just run through these, the renderings that you see here. This is standing looking at the entry on South Griffith, and really simple. You've seen it in a lot of some of our work. We just want to create a new identity for the entry, give this building, this Innovation Academy a sense of identity that I think right now it's lacking. And with this new, with the new canopy, it allows us for a new entry vestibule. We'll be moving the secure entry into this little location, and then what that allows us to then do, if I can move this without turning them all over, we have a new lobby. This is standing just in front of the existing double doors. So we'll have a new circular desk. Come in, greet. The person sitting at that desk has control over the doors and can see down one of the main corridors. And then the third image here, we have standing at the, looking into the new, the renovated cafeteria area. So what we'd like to do is to just add some glazing around that cafeteria, open it up, proposing the same kind of scheme along some of the classroom corridors, through various glass windows or overhead doors where we can kind of open up these spaces, create some larger classrooms, more inviting spaces, some collaborative learning spaces, keeping the kids engaged, from classroom to classroom as they're walking by, but they can still be kept at a standard classroom size. Another feature I want to point out in this image is the ceiling treatment here. These are curved metal panel drop ceiling tiles, and it just gives each corridor a different look. We would be doing away with a lot of the standard acoustical ceiling, opening up some of those hallways to views of HVAC or wiring. So it creates this techie kind of modern look in these corridors. And there's a lot we can do with that too. We can change the color in some hallway. That way we have, a red hallway, a green hallway. There's a lot of different things we can play with. And keep in mind, we're still in an early kind of discussion of what we could do with our proposal. So with that being said, kind of wrapped it up. If there's any questions, of course.
And I think at our, I guess it was our luncheon or one of our meetings when Craig initially discussed this, or Chris initially discussed this, there's some of the rooms that have that capability of being combined and also being divided again. So that kind of portability, some skylights and some sort of different things that sort of gives the building an updated look. So we're excited about it. We appreciate that. See if anybody has questions or comments or concerns as they move ahead. I guess tonight we don't have to have you approve anything. We're still awaiting KDE's approval of the project. Craig and Chris, I think, are going to be trying to meet with them next week on that. But we just kind of want to make sure that you're on board with the basic concepts that we're moving toward here as we go forward.
Any comments? Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, Jeremiah. Appreciate
That's
it.
a white box.